What's up, welcome back guys, Brax here, and first of all, congrats to the giveaway winner. Contact me on Facebook to make this work, and if you want to win the next one, I give you guys the chance to win a 1-hour free call with me. All you have to do is like this video, leave a comment, and click on that bell. So in this video we're talking about PPC, but before we start, very quick announcement. I'm going to be in Toronto this weekend. I think you're seeing this video on Saturday, so today and tomorrow I'm in Toronto, and I'm going to an e-com FBA conference. What is it called? Let me check. It's called the Great North E-com Conference. So if you're going, message me on Facebook, and I was able to get you guys 50% off the tickets. I know it's last minute, but I actually planned this in the past 2 or 3 days, and I booked my bus ticket 3 hours before the bus leaves from Montreal, so very last minute. But I contacted the organizers and asked them if they can give me a discount for you, and they gave me 50% off. So if you want to go, if it's not too late, then use my code. It's SAMR18. They did not ask me to promote their event, and I'm not getting any money if you use the discount. I just asked them for a discount for you guys, and they said yes, so here it is. I hope it's not too late. If you make it, then message me and we'll meet up there. And if you don't want to miss the next spontaneous event or whatever I'm doing, then join the Facebook group, because I announced this a few days ago, but I did not have time to make this video. So join the group for events like this and for just FBA questions and tips. It's in the description below. So back to today's topic, PPC campaigns on Amazon FBA. What does that mean? PPC, which is pay per click, means that you can promote your product on Amazon, and if you pay enough, they put you on the top of the page and you pay per click. So every time someone clicks on your listing, your sponsored one, you pay, depending on the bid that you put. So let's say you're starting a new product. When you first launch the product, you almost never can find it anywhere on Amazon. It's very hard to search for your keywords and then find your listing. And if you do, it's on page 15, 20, or 30. So PPC helps you show up on page 1 if you pay enough money for Amazon. So when you advertise your products on Amazon using PPC, it usually shows up on the top of the page or the bottom of the page, and it says sponsored, just like in this image. So when you search that keyword and you see these two on the top, they're the first 2 listings that you see, but it also says sponsored. That means they have a PPC campaign set up where they're paying a specific amount for that specific keyword, and they show up first. Which means that if they didn't have a campaign set up, then they wouldn't be there. They might be on that page or the second page or even the 20th page. So the goal from PPC is for your listing to rank on the main keywords that your customers are searching for. Let's say you're selling selfie sticks. If you search selfie sticks and you just started selling on Amazon, then your listing is not going to show up on the first page for sure. So your goal from PPC is obviously to rank first on that keyword that everyone is searching for, selfie stick. But also your goal from PPC is to find these keywords that you did not think about. So let's say all you could think about was people are searching for your product by typing in selfie stick, but they could be looking for your exact product by searching another keyword that you did not even think about. So you're losing these customers if you're not ranking on these keywords. So how do you find these keywords that you did not think about? By using PPC, and specifically the automatic PPC campaign. So Amazon would rank you for where they think the customers would be coming from for that specific product. And obviously Amazon has a lot of data, and they know much more than you do when it comes to where the customers are and what they're looking for. So use that to your advantage. So if you think about it, when you're paying for PPC campaigns, you're paying to put your product on the top shelf, but also you're paying Amazon for some data. You're paying Amazon to give you information that you did not have before. It is to rank you on the top, but it also is to buy information from Amazon that you did not have. Hope that makes sense. So these are your main 2 goals from running PPC ads. 1, to get sales and rank, and 2, to get information from Amazon and know where your customers are looking for your product. You have 2 options when you're running PPC. 1 is manual campaign and 2 is auto campaign. Automatic campaign is very easy to set up. You just go to your seller account, go to advertising, click on campaigns, and then create a new campaign. And then from there you click on automatic. So for automatic, all you have to do is choose how much you want to bid. The higher you bid, the more likely you would show up on the top of the page. The lower you bid, then they'll put you in less places on Amazon. Usually what I do when I start a new one or a new listing, I bid a bit more than the average just to make sure that I'm showing up in places. Try it. If you're not getting enough sales, then bid higher. If you're spending too much and getting sales, then lower your bid. Just play around with it and see what you like better. So currently I have an automatic and a manual campaign running at the same time. I like the automatic one because not only does it put you on the top of the page of keywords that you did not even think about, but it also puts you inside the listings of your competitors. So if you go to your competitors page right now, you can see on the bottom and I think on the right, you see other listings showing up, and it also says sponsored. So these listings are paying for an automatic PPC campaign to put them inside their competitors' listings. And a lot of my sales from my auto campaign come from other listings, which means that someone is looking at my competitors page, they see my image, they like it better, they click on it, they like my listing better, and then they buy from me instead of buying from them. So that's an amazing way to find customers and get more sales than your competitor. That's why I'm always running an automatic campaign, because I don't think, and I'm almost sure that you can't do that with a manual one. It has to be an automatic campaign to show up inside your competitor's listings. And of course, it ranks you for keywords. So the second type is a manual campaign. With the manual campaign, you have three options. You put in the keyword that you want, and you have three options to target them: broad, phrase, and exact. So if you put in keywords and you choose the broad option, that means that Amazon will rank you for keywords that match what you put in and that are related to what you put in. So it could be a completely different word, but related to the keyword that you chose. If you choose phrase, then that means that Amazon will rank you for the phrase that you put in, plus if a customer puts another word before or after. So let's say you put selfie stick and you choose phrase. If someone searches for red selfie stick, your ad would still rank for it. And then finally, exact. If you put in keywords with the exact option, then they will rank you for exactly those keywords that you put in. So I would usually start with the broad option, and then later on, once I look at the reports, which I'll show you how to understand, I would go from broad to maybe phrase to then maybe exact. So when you're creating your manual PPC campaign, you would have to obviously put in your own keywords. Now, Amazon suggests a few keywords and you can choose those, that's fine, but you can put your own that you make up or that I'll show you how to get them now. So 3 simple ways to figure out what to put as keywords in your manual campaign. One, and this one might be obvious, but not many people talk about it, you just go to Amazon and then you search for your product and you see what else Amazon suggests. So if we're selling selfie sticks, I would start by typing selfie, and then everything that Amazon shows you is usually what the customers are looking for. So Amazon is suggesting that when someone types selfie, this is usually what they write after selfie. And you can even do selfie stick and see what they suggest after that. So this is basically Amazon telling you that usually someone's searching for selfie that way, by typing these words after selfie. So you can choose all these words if they make sense, of course, or a few, and then put them in your manual campaign. So that's method number 1. Very easy, very simple, and quick to do, and it should work very well. Method number 2. Now everything I'm sharing with you, I've tried, and they've worked for me. Try them and let me know if they work for you. And this method, almost everyone talks about it in their PPC videos. If you search PPC video, everyone's going to talk about method 2 and method 3 that I talk about. So I'm not making this up. This is just what everyone does. So number 2 is Merchant Words. Merchant Words is a service for Amazon sellers, just like Jungle Scout. And what it does is that it gives you the volume of searches for a specific keyword on Amazon. So this one is not free. You'd have to buy it, and I have a link in the description that gives it to you for $9 as opposed to the usual $30. This is not an affiliate link. I don't get anything from it just because they don't have an affiliate program. So use that link to get a discount and buy it for just $9 a month. So once you use it, you go to Merchant Words and you use different words that describe your product that people would search to find your product. Selfie stick, whatever else you want to put. You type it in, you search it, and then it shows you what the search volume is for that specific keyword on Amazon. So what I did was I tried 3 different combinations of keywords, and then I got the reports for all 3. I put them on Excel, and then I saw which keywords have the most searches, and then I put those in my manual campaign. The same one that I started in part 1. You can separate them, but it's the same thing, you don't have to. So that was method number 2. Go to Merchant Words, put in the keywords that you want to rank for, and then see which ones have the most searches on Amazon, and then use those key terms in your manual campaign. Method number 3 is not free as well. For that one, you use something called Keyword Inspector, and you might have used it when you're creating your own listing. Keyword Inspector lets you see your competitors' backend keywords. So what your competitors put as keywords in their backend. So what you'd be doing here is going to Keyword Inspector, putting the ASIN of your competitor there, and then it spits out all the keywords that they have in their backend. So what we're essentially doing here is that we're seeing what they've done. It's obviously worked for them, and then we're using it for our PPC campaigns to target for these keywords. If I've learned anything from my engineering education, it's that you don't have to recreate the wheel. Why do that when you can build from what someone else has already done? And that's what we're doing here. Instead of wasting time looking for words that we could not think about before, see what your competitors are doing and how they're succeeding, use those keywords, and then build from there and improve from there. So again, try a few listings on Keyword Inspector, get their backend keyword, and they also give you the search volume for each keyword. Use the ones that have the most search volumes and then put them in your manual campaign. Now, what's the limit of keywords you can put in the manual campaign? People say that it's 99. I'm not sure if that's true. I don't know why that would be, but that's what I did the first time. I just put 99 and did not risk putting more than that. And honestly, that was more than enough. So that's basically it. So to recap, 1, do the most obvious thing, which is search on Amazon and see what Amazon suggests to you, and then target these keywords. You can even put in your own keywords that you think you should target in that step. I forgot to mention that before. 2, go to Merchant Words and then see what what people are searching for the most on Amazon. And then 3, see what your competitors already have in their backend keywords and what's already working, and then use them in your manual campaign. So now you have an automatic campaign running, targeting keywords that Amazon thinks your customers are searching for and putting you inside others' listings. And you have a manual campaign running of keywords that you chose with these 3 methods. And now you let it run. Let it run for a few days, let it run for a week. I'd say for a week to get enough data. And then get the reports. So you use the reports to know what's working, what's not. What is working, you do more of. What's not working, you remove or do less of. So once you think you've gathered enough data, you can generate those reports by going to reports and then advertising reports and then generating a search term report. And when you download it, you see all the campaigns that you're running all inside one Excel file. What I usually do is I filter them by campaign separately to study each one on its own. So I'm going to try to explain how I analyze each column. This is how I understand them. If you disagree with anything, let me know in the comments. But this is how I study the data. So you're going to see the keywords, and this is what you're targeting, the keywords that you put in your manual campaign. If you don't see a keyword there, then it's an automatic campaign. I think it should show a star. And next to that, you see the customer search term. So it's not the same as the keyword, obviously, because if you chose broad or phrase, then Amazon could be targeting other similar keywords. So the customer search term is exactly what the customer searched for. So if you're targeting a keyword with the broad setting and the customer is searching for this exact term, and if you're getting a lot of sales on that term, then you might want to take that term and then put it in your keywords and target that exact one. And then obviously if you're running an exact campaign, then the keyword and the customer search term is going to be the same. Then you're going to see impressions, and impressions means that if Amazon puts your ad here, it means how many people saw that ad. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they clicked on it, just saw it. Just by scrolling, they saw the ad. So the bigger the number, that means that more people saw it. That means that a lot of people search for that keyword. So if you filter by the largest number first, that means that you're looking at the largest search volume first. And that means that a lot of customers are searching for these keywords. But does that mean that you should be targeting these keywords? Just because everyone's searching for this specific thing, does it mean that your product fits in that specific keyword? That's why I look at the impressions and the clicks together. So if there's a huge number of impressions, but not that many clicks, that means you're showing up in front of all these people, but they don't care about your ad because they're not here looking for your product. But if there is a good number of impressions and a lot of clicks, that means you're showing up in front of the right customers. So filter by the largest number of impressions, but also take into considerations how many clicks there are. Keep that in mind. And then the next thing I look at is the spend. So how much did I spend on that specific keyword? The more the customers click on my ad, the more I spend. And then that ties into the sales and the ACoS. The ACoS is the advertising cost of sales. And what it basically is, it's comparing how much you spent on that ad and how much you sold from that ad. So if you spent a lot and you did not sell much, your ACoS is going to be high, and that's not a good thing because you're wasting money and not getting sales. So if you filter by the highest ACoS, you might want to either lower your bid on these keywords or just completely remove these keywords. And sometimes what you can also do is put these keywords as a negative keyword. When you put it as a negative keyword, you're basically telling Amazon to search for everything except these keywords. So you'd use that in your automatic campaign, for example. You can't put keywords, but you can put negative keywords. So you can't tell Amazon to automatically put you in places except for these keywords. You can even put them in your broad campaigns or your phrase campaigns, but not for your exact campaign. So we looked at the larger ACoS percentages, and now you look at the smaller percentages. So the closer to 0, the better it is, obviously, because you're spending little and getting a lot of sales. These keywords you're gonna like. These keywords you might even put them in exact campaigns to really target them. One thing I should add is that sometimes you don't see a number under the ACoS, and that's not because it's 0. That's usually because you've spent money on the ad and you haven't sold anything. So that's not good at all. So this is how I analyze the numbers. I hope it made sense. And if you don't agree with something, let us know in the comments. We'll learn from each other. So once you've analyzed this, you can do a lot with this information. So for example, you can take the keywords that are doing well from the automatic campaign and then put them in your manual campaign as broad, or put them as exact if they're doing very well. Something else that you can do is if they're not doing well in the auto campaign, then you can put them as negative keywords in the auto campaign. Or if they're not doing well in the broad manual campaign, again, you put them as negative keywords. So there's so much that you can do. Get creative with it, and that's it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. And in the next video, I'm going to Toronto, the event that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So if you want to see that, click on the subscribe button. I'm also going to do videos with a lot of Amazon sellers and YouTubers over there. So if you want me to ask them any question, if you want to ask a big seller one question, let me know what it would be in the comments below, and I'll check that tomorrow, today, and I'll ask them. So if you want to see that, subscribe and click on the bell to know when I post, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I forgot to mention that this Sunday night is your last chance to get the $100 discount on Matt's Zero to Brand Amazon FBA course. So if you were thinking about getting it, don't miss the chance to save $100. And if you use my link, then you get the 3 30-minute free calls with me. But if you weren't thinking about getting it or getting a course, then ignore everything I just said.